Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book, Networking Like a Pro, and How to Overachieve Without Overcommitting. Now, today I want to talk about a simple little tool that can help you feel less overwhelmed, because let's face it, as overachievers, we get a lot of stuff asked of us, right? We've got a lot on our plates, and it's because we're so good at doing so many different things that we get so many different requests, and as a result, can feel overwhelmed. But the tool that I use is something where when I say it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, that's right, I forgot to use that, or oh, maybe I am using it, but I'm not using it the way, you're kind of talking about right here. And quite simply, it's this, your calendar. A lot of times my calendar, I use that as terra firma. If someone asks me to do something, I check my calendar. And I'm not just talking about the obvious things like appointments and things like that, which obviously, again, you should put down there. But on my calendar, I'll schedule out, my work time. I'll schedule out my marketing activities. I'll schedule out, different things that I need to be able to do. In a perfect world, I even schedule out one day per week that is an in-office day. All right? Because what happens is people come up to us and they say, can you do this? And we're like, yes. And you're like, can you do this? And we're like, sure. And we're like, can you do this? And you're like, all right. And the next thing you know, you're committed to all of this stuff and you didn't even realize it. But when you have your calendar, it is a visual depiction of all of the stuff that you need to do. So let me give you some thoughts on how you can use this. First of all, you want to make sure that when you schedule appointments that you have at least, if you're talking about phone appointments, you have at least a 15-minute cushion in between each one. That is just like, for me, I have coaching sessions. I do that and they're over the phone. I do that all the time. So if you're having like networking meetings, you want to give yourself time to schedule in between. If you're doing one-to-ones, you want to give yourself time to schedule in between. Second thing you want to do, I already mentioned this before, I try to limit myself to only having anywhere from 3 to 4 to maybe 5 meetings every day. All right. And the third thing is I make sure that I have an in-office day. At the very least, if you can't do a whole day a week, at the very least have a 4 hours, half a day where you're just in the morning or in the afternoon, you're just in the office working and knocking stuff out. That is huge. When you do some of these things, you will feel less overwhelmed. Why? Because there'll be less stuff that you will be saying yes to. Why? Because you'll realize that you have too much on your plate. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully that's something that you can see yourself using. But in the meantime, my name is Brian Hilliard, saying so long, take care, and thank you for your time.